What's going on, Paisanos? V here. Come at you guys. Well, we're doing a market watch today. You know, a lot of people are going crazy for these Blue Eyes Masterpiece cards. Or collection, or whatever you want to call it. Scalpers already ran in and grabbed a bunch and are reselling them people online. And people are paying absorbent prices for these. These are completed and sold listings. And these things which once went for $1,000 is going for thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. A lot of competitive players are kind of upset because they didn't get theirs. A lot of casual players don't care about these, and the collectors are spending whatever people are asking for these. Me personally, I don't really care as much. Don't get me wrong. It'd be cool to have these. Maybe, you know, take it, place it on a wall, mount it, get it in a picture frame. But collecting in Yu-Gi-Oh! To me personally is something I don't really care as much as I think a lot of people do, because everybody wants to have something to go, oh, I have a piece of history, but it really means nothing if you can't use it. Don't get me wrong, I think a lot of people like to get old things and hang them around and go, look at that, that's cool, but what about earning those or winning those? Those are more fun to me. A lot of players are excited about things like these little envelopes. They're worth a lot of money, just as much as, well, one of these little plaques are, but realistically, this is nothing to me. I care more about Starlight Rares. I care more about competitive meta decks, and I care more about high rarity cards. Now, that doesn't say that those who do care about these are whatever. No. It just means everybody likes a different thing. I personally don't care about this to the degree someone else might. Maybe you might watching this video. And there's nothing wrong with that. But what is wrong is the fact that Konami artificially shorted these on purpose, making it hard for everyone to get, and then open it online at a certain date and time, thinking, don't worry about it, people will buy individually slowly one at a time. No big deal, Konami probably said to themselves, but it is a big deal. Because if people could go and scalp shoes online with bots, who says that nobody's doing the same exact thing with these Blue Eyes Dragon plaques? I do think Konami sees this as an opportunity to make money, and they're going to make more than likely, but they'll say only 100 being made today. That doesn't mean it won't be made tomorrow. And if you don't have these and you really want these, like I always say, just be patient. With the game of Yu-Gi-Oh!, there's a good chance there's going to get more of it out there, or the price is going to go down as the demand dries up. Demand's only high because people know about it today and want to get it. And hopefully you guys can understand that. Now, I'm going to ask you guys in the comment section down below, what kind of collector are you? Everyone in Yu-Gi-Oh! To some degree is a collector. We have people, excuse me, we have people that are casual, they'll grab all the casual cards and pop them aside. We have competitive players that want to be competitive and maybe collect some cards on the side, and we have just the wholehearted collectors. These aren't independent of each other. They do interlock with some of each other. We do see casual players that do play competitive decks, but not to the level and always not the newest stuff. We do see collectors play, that do play Yu-Gi-Oh, but they are really into collecting. Me personally, in case anyone wanted to know, is I'm more of a competitive / collector, meaning I only really collect cards that I can see myself using. Now, I have Lightning Storms, and I have Triple Tech Talents and Starlight Rares, but I only got those because, yes, they are good for collecting, but they're good for playing. And that's the point of what I am as a player. And I think a lot of players out there might be given the opportunity. Now, once again, like I said, guys, if you haven't got one of these, just wait. It's only a matter of time before these goes down in value and be able to get more. Or Konami's greed makes them preprint more, which they're going to do. Let's not pretend they're not going to. Konami just made, well, 1,000 times 100. That much money. They're going to make more of these. No doubt in my mind. For anyone out there looking to get the Egyptian God deck, I mean, have fun, struggling to find where to get this. And if you do find one of these, hey, Harpy's Featherluster in this is $7 already. $7 for Harpy's Featherluster. It definitely needed a reprint. And, well, yeah, we did get the gold reprint. I guess you could call that a reprint. But realistically, it'd be great to see Harpy's Featherluster as an ultimate rare. Or maybe as a super rare in another OTS set. And maybe that will happen. In fact, I'm betting it's going to happen. Right now, it's a common in a structure deck. If you guys are looking for any Starlight Rare that nobody's looking at right now, why not Book of Lunar Eclipse? It makes perfect sense. The market price has this card roughly around $178, you can see over here. But when we look at the cards, roughly around $157. This card is a card nobody's looking at right now because the meta doesn't need it. Yet. The thing about cards like Book of Lunar Eclipse, I should really say. Book of Eclipse is a totally different card. Book of Lunar Eclipse Starlight Rare is the fact that this will definitely go up in value. Look at every other Starlight Rare, they do the same exact thing. They go down in value when they first come out and slowly go up in value to the point of where they are obscenely high in value. It wasn't that long ago, the previous set of Ultimate Starlight Rares were around the same way. Book of Lunar Eclipse is only like this because everyone's pulling and throwing on the market to make a quick dollar, not realizing for the millionth time that these cards go up in value. And even though Starlight Rare, and I hate the name Starlight Rare, but Starlight Rares do go up in value, the question is, where's that ceiling? The answer is not yet. We don't know. But we do know they do go up in value, but they go low when they first get opened up, especially if they're not a wanted one right now, like Book of Lunar Eclipse. I do think this card will be worth money as the meta will slow down. And if it slows down, cards like Book of Lunar Eclipse will become better. I mean, look at Book of Moon. It actually saw some sporadic play throughout our meta, and Lunar Eclipse is no different. We also have Cyber Angel Ida-10. This card right now, currently with a $18 market price, is roughly around, well, you're seeing it $16, $17. It's being seen play in Drytrons. That's it. I'm like so close to selling Drytrons, it's not even funny. Okay, up next, number 106, Giant Hand. This card with a $15 market price right now is roughly around $25 to $26. Why? Because besides this version, the other version is the one you win at the YCS. So, YCS version or this version. That's all it really is used for. Nobody really needs this card. It's not really seeing much meta play, but it is there. Then we have Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. Now, Paisanos, you can get the Ultimate Rare. We talked about that the other day. But if you want the secret version of Ghost Ogre Snow Rabbit with a current market price of $42, the card right now, besides all these BS listings, let's see, we get a first edition? Not on this page. Okay. I'm going to limit it to roughly around $40. If you want a first edition version of the card, you're looking to pay roughly around, gee, where is it? Here it is. Roughly around $60 for a lightly played, oh, that's Italian. Wait a minute. There it goes. $67 for a Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. Now, the Ultimate Rare is getting high and slowly increasing more and more in price point, and the Secret Rare is doing exactly the same. Either one, I think, is definitely a card you want to pick up, and if you only want to pick up one of these, I don't blame you, because more likely with Cross the Designator coming out in the meta, one would be needed. We also have a bunch of other cards coming out of Ghost in the Past, like Blue Orchid Hunter White Dragon, Dark Magician, Blackwings Soldier, Crystal Wing Single Dragon, Firewall Dragon. These are value, but they're still overvalued, and that's why they're so high in value. Nobody's really buying them. Crystal Wing Single Dragon is starting to go down. With a $250 market price, the value is roughly around $200. Firewall Dragon with a $200 market price is down to $150, and the rest of these are slowly cooling off. They're not sold yet. There was so much hype behind Ghost of the Past Ghost Rares that the amount of want just couldn't be met immediately. So these cards now are slowly cooling down. Once they have a set up price, we'll definitely come back and look at this, but right now, it's not yet. Armed Dragon Flash was one of those limited edition cards that you can get if you went to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Sneak Peek, a physical sneak peek. Unfortunately, not everybody got an opportunity to go to physical sneak peek, and just like we saw with the Tri-Brigade Secret Rare, I forgot the name of the card was, but the Tri-Brigade card, we're seeing the same thing with Armed Dragon Flash, whereas Secret Rare is roughly a couple of bucks, but the Ultra Rare that you can only get at physical Yu-Gi-Oh! Events, yeah, that bad boy with a $15 market price is still roughly around $15. Not many in the market, but there it is. Then we have Tri-Brigade Farage, the Baron Blossom. Now, this Starlight Rare got blown up. It was roughly around $400. The market price of the card has the card being roughly around $254. And the current price point of the card is roughly around $275 to $300. Don't get me wrong, it's still overpriced. I think this card should only be $250, if that, especially since you only need one. But it is what it is. Not many people are really listing up these cards, and it's really hard for people to go in and buy them. You can't really justify buying this card at the current price point, can you? We'll have to see after the ban list. Next is Dogmatica. So, like I said earlier in the video, I do think the meta is going to slow down. No doubt in my mind, the meta is going to slow down even more so than we're currently in the meta right now. Much more slower. Just like every previous meta, the meta has slowed down. The brakes get put on until Konami releases more product, and then everything speeds back up again, hence the craziness that is Yu-Gi-Oh! Looking at the assortment at a Return of Duels, this card with a $67 market price is roughly around... One second. Where's the English? Germans, English. There it is. $69. Adorable. $69 for Nadir Servant. Now, that might seem like a lot of money for this card, but this card used to be roughly around $90. Let's take that into consideration. With the maintenance coming out, this card will get a reprint, so it will go down. But then again, if the meta slows down, we might see Dogmatica see meta play once again. Then we have Mathematic Edition. I don't know why. I have zero idea. This card's roughly around $7 to $8 for Mathematic Edition. That's it. $8. Don't know why. Don't care. Just letting you know if you have it. Sell it. Legendary Dragon White was a card talked about a long time ago. This card was roughly around $20 at most. Looking at it right now with a $77 market price, If you want a first edition version of the card, you can get it here for roughly around $60, and then back up to $70, and then $75. Now, if you want a Legendary Edition Dark, same thing. It was dirt cheap. Nobody wanted it because you can't use it in a duel. This card currently $56. Right now is roughly around, where's Light You Play? There it is. Roughly around $53 a copy. That might seem like a bit of a discount from $56, but being the fact that this card used to be like $6, it's really not. Then we have cards like Rescue Rabbit. This card is slowly getting cleaned up the market. It has a super rare printing and a common printing, and that's basically it besides the secret rare printing at a Photon Shockwave. This card with a $28 market price. Let You Play is about $40. First edition versions are roughly around $54 for Rescue Rabbit. We also have Rescue Cat, the other rescued animal. This card right now, with an $85 market price, is roughly around, well, that's Italian, that's French, and here's Americans. Okay, roughly around $99 a copy for Super Rare Rescue Cat. Well, why so much money? It was previously used in Tri-Brigade, and then now it's not being used anymore, but nobody's reselling their Rescue Cats. I know I'm not selling mine, I mean, if you're selling yours, but nobody's selling it because it goes great in deck cores. You see, deck cores are starting to become more popular. They've always been popular, but more and more people are starting to realize that deck cores have good value. It's good investment to hold them when nobody's looking at them, number one. Number two, we're seeing Yu-Gi-Oh! Players playing alternative formats in which these deck cores were used. 2011 specifically, but we're also hearing about 2014 format, so on and so forth. And I do believe that looking at these alternative formats, it'd be great and maybe possible that Konami will one day consider an alternative Yu-Gi-Oh! Format. A revision of an old format. Maybe go back to 2011 format. Maybe go back to 2014 format, 2005 format. We don't know which format, but the second Konami picks that one format, what we would see is a super huge spike in those cards. Yu-Gi-Oh! Savvy investors are already getting involved in buying up deck cores and buying cards like Rescue Rabbit and Rescue Cat that are used in them. Other deck cores are like windups. Once again, windups aren't being seen much play at all in common Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now, but the value of windups is so insanely dirt cheap. I mean, look at Windup Rabbit, for instance. This card had a Photon Shockwave, secret rare. It has a super rare, by the way, but the secret original print with a $9 market price, a limited to roughly around 15s. First edition start roughly around $18. Who has a playset of Windup Rabbit? Not many people at all. In fact, looking at other cards that were used in that meta and might continue to see used in this meta is Side Blocker. This original print secret rare, Star Trek Blast, Star Trek Blast is a set that has a crazy amount of valuable cards in it. This original print secret rare right now with a $12 market price is roughly around $12 to $13. If you don't have yours, what are you doing? Don't you realize the fact that this card will more likely see play? And the second it does in a slower format, which we're entering into, this card would obviously be worth a good amount of money. Keep an eye on this card. We also have Infernoids, not Infernoids, like Infinity Barrier. This card over here with a current $24 market price. Like, played versions are roughly around 20s. And if you want a first version of Infinity Barrier, well, you're going to be paying roughly around $26 and then, yeah, $26, $27 for this card. This card is insanely hard to find. Came out of Shining Darkness. And yes, Infernoids aren't seeing any play right now, but as a deck core, why not pick it up when nobody's looking at it right now? That's the thing I always say. I've always been preaching since day one. If nobody's looking at it, why not go in and grab it? That's your best opportune time. Same with Blackwings. Don't get me wrong. Blackwings have a lot of valuable cards, like a ridiculous amount of valuable cards. And it's only a matter of time you saw Blackwings see any kind of meta play, right? In fact, look at the older formats. Blackwings see play in a majority of those older formats. And if Konami was to ever go back and do a sub format, Blackwings would definitely be one of the deck cores they would talk about that would see play in that format. I mean, if you know anything about Blackwings, old Blackwings, my old Yu-Gi-Oh! Players will tell you it's been around for a very long time. It's seen play for a very long time. This deck has been broken for a very long time. Older Yu-Gi-Oh! Players don't ever want to see Blackwings see meta play again, as new Yu-Gi-Oh! Players were always excited to see it because they have no idea how crazy this deck can really be. And then, of course, we have Lightsworn. I get asked the question a lot. What is the most expensive deck core in the game? No question about it, it's Lightsworn. I mean, from Ulti Lighters, from CP8 Luminas, it depends which Minerva you want to really talk about. If we're talking about the super rare, or this other secret rare, or this secret rare, I mean, that's 3 different types of value. From original print, Raikou first edition original print is worth a lot of money. This card with a $6 market price, little fun fact, hold on a second, let me go to Near Mint and Let You Play it. Okay, 1 second, watch this. We'll click on first edition. Okay. First edition Raikou's Let You Play it are $15. $15 for a Raikou. And that's the thing about like these cards, like they're worth a lot of money because, you know, once again, everyone's slowly been cleaning them off the market for years. And the Yu-Gi-Oh players of tomorrow, next year, next month, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, are going to still want these cards just like the Yu-Gi-Oh players of today want these cards. The difference is the future Yu-Gi-Oh players know the value because it's going to be exponentially increased because everybody today is slowly eating at that pie. That pie is not going to be around forever. What are you doing with that information? Once again, you can get Lightson at low rarity, as the future Yu-Gi-Oh players more than likely will have the opportunity to do the same exact thing. But max rarity original print Lightsworns, we're talking like OT JDs or original print Secret JDs, are extremely expensive. Cards like Solar Recharge, original print Charge of Light Brigades, we're talking big money. And yes, Lightsworn will more likely be, in my opinion, one of the most expensive deck cores to get. But there's so many deck cores right now that will be at the value Lightsworn is right now, and even more so as time goes on. Paisanos, if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe button, comment down below. Let me know what you thought about that. I mean, it's been a pretty crazy time. I know I haven't really had an opportunity to market watch as much. I've been busy with another YouTube channel. I've been busy working on some stuff in the behind the scenes for Twitch, which I'll have soon out for you guys. And of course, just been busy in life. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Hit the subscribe button if you're subscribed already. Hit the like button, and I'll see you, Paisanos. Well, I'll see you, Paisanos, having a good day.